Alrighty guys, good morning. Welcome to another video. Today is going to be a full day of eating. I just woke up. I've been recovering from a little sickness that I've had for probably the past, 3 to 4 days. My mom had pneumonia. I didn't get pneumonia. I didn't get COVID. I tested negative. I don't have RSV. I don't know what I had, but my throat was kind of painful. I felt super run down. So like about 3 days in a row, I got up at 4 and I was in bed those nights probably by 11, fell asleep around midnight. So for about 3 straight days, I got 4 hours of sleep, and I was just, plus being sick, I was just absolutely wrecked. So we slept in today. It's currently 7:45 a.m. or 7:49 technically a.m. And this is going to be a full day of eating. I haven't filmed one of these in probably, 2, 3 months. It is technically not a bulk day, even though that's what the title says. This is more or less maintenance calories or even a slight cut. I did put on a little bit of weight, so I'm trying to take off a little bit of weight. I'm sitting about 222 right now. I want to get down to about 215, so just trying to shred a few pounds. So my calories right now are set at about 2,900. I'm going to have about 250, 260 grams of protein a day. I'm going to take my creatine. I'm going to have my coffee. I don't count my coffee as calories. I just have about a half pot of coffee, and then I have a little bit of Splenda, a little bit of vanilla creamer. I don't count the creamer unless I'm like really trying to cut weight. I don't know. I don't really worry about it too much. But I'm gonna have coffee. I'm gonna go to the gym. I should be back here around 10, and then I'm gonna have my first meal. I'll show you guys what all my meals are. I am gonna go get burritos today, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of calculate how you can eat good food while still maintaining a decent caloric deficit. So I'm gonna go Baja Fresh today, get 2 burritos, eat those, have 2 of my standard meals, and just kind of hang out. I don't have a super busy day. My last day at work has actually been expedited. By the time you guys are watching this, I'm already back home in Annapolis. But sit back, enjoy the video. Welcome to a full day of eating, 250 grams of protein, about 3,000 calories. Sit back and enjoy. All right, so it's currently 11:26. Check out my shirt. Taylor got me this shirt a while back. She got me this one, which was like a double X or an X, and my camera's gonna fall off the counter. And I was like, it's a little bit too big. So then she got me a large, which is too tiny. But that's not what this video is about. So like I said, we're doing a full day of eating. It is currently, I'm gonna show you guys the time. It's 11:26. There's my beautiful dog. It is January 4th. I know I'm like super far ahead of schedule when it comes to uploading. Mainly, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's because I have like a lot of moving parts in my life right now, and I don't want to get to a point where I'm not uploading. Sorry, I get very anal about my mic. Just want to make sure it's working. So I just want to make sure I have enough content for everybody. I don't want to miss an upload. So I've just kind of been like backlogging all my uploads, which is fine. Hopefully people don't get upset. But it's 11:26 right now, 11:30. I have a meeting at 1 o'clock. Now, it's funny. I woke up today, like I said, like 7:30-ish, which is like so late. I'm also listening to the Alex Hormozy podcast with the iced coffee hour. Alex Hormozy gets like, he's kind of like become like the jacked Gary Vaynerchuk of the fitness community. I've read his book. I actually have his book right over there, $100 million offers. I haven't read his $100 million leads yet. I will. It's funny when he first started like popping up around my my discovery page. I didn't quite know what to make of him. Like I was kind of confused by him. I didn't know if like I should trust him, But he's great. And the iced coffee guys, they do a really good job with their guest.
especially like fitness guys. I don't know. They really talk to them in a really interesting way. I really like them. They're cool guys, and the podcast is really good. Anyways, so I don't usually fast that often. I mean, if I'm really trying to lose weight, I will fast. But as of late, I've just been getting up at like 4 o'clock. So I'm like super hungry by like 9 or 10. Because you got to think, if you're up at 4, that means you've been up for 5 hours by 9 o'clock. If you get up at 7 and you've been up for 5 hours by, what, noon? So like I'm technically like on the same track I normally would be if I got up at 4. I'm just super hungry right now, or I usually get super hungry on the days I fast and I get up at 4. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really hungry right now. So I kind of have all my meals laid out already. Hopefully you don't get upset by that. So I do have all my meals planned out. I have all my meals planned out. My big meal is going to be my 1,580 calorie meal, and that's going to be 2 charbroiled chicken burritos, Mexican style from, well, Baja style from Baja Fresh, which I think I've actually shown before on videos before in the past. Maybe not. But I get these 2 burritos pretty often. They're relatively expensive, but they're super delicious. Like, they really are. They're the best. And I just have a little bit of salsa. You're going to find that throughout this video as well. In this first meal I have, I'm just having it twice. I'm going to have it now. It's going to be the last meal I have before I go to bed, probably around 8 o'clock. And then I'm going to have my burritos after my 1 o'clock meeting today. So probably around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Okay. I put this salsa on everything. Right here, this just Safeway signature salsa. It's 15 calories per serving. I don't count the calories. Now, one, because I'm not really trying to like aggressively lose weight. I'm just trying to like maintain and maybe lose a few pounds here and there. But that's about it. I'm not really trying to like get super shredded. Now, if I was trying to get really shredded, I would count it. I would count my calories on that. But that's not really my goal right now. It's funny, whenever I talk nutrition or whenever I talk dieting, or I always like to tell my clients or tell even friends of mine, you should diet for what your goals currently are. Because a lot of times people say, I want to lose weight, but they don't actually know what they mean by that. Like, they'll say, like, I want to lose weight. Okay, how much do you want to lose? I don't know. I want to feel good. Okay, well, when did you feel good? Like, when was the last time you felt good? They would say, high school. And they're only up 20 pounds from there. So, like, in their head, they think they might have to lose, like, 40, 50 pounds. But you'd be shocked what losing 10 pounds feels like. I say that very, like, objectively. Like, you lose 10 pounds, that's like a lot of weight. I don't think a lot of people really understand how much 10 pounds actually is. But, like take, like, a 10-pound weight and just walk around with that. Like, it takes a load off of your legs, and it's a lot of weight, a lot more than I think a lot of people anticipate. So, what I'm doing right here is I'm weighing out 10 ounces of chicken, which I have a bunch of pre-made chicken. Judge me if you want to. I make a bunch of chicken. I just put it in my fridge, and that's how I roll. I'm not really I don't really care if it doesn't taste like super fresh or super moist or whatever. It's not really my cup of tea. I've never really been that way. So I have 10 ounces of chicken. I have 200 grams of rice here, and it's literally just chicken. The key to chicken or beef or warming up anything in the microwave is you want to take a paper towel, 2 pieces of paper towel, put a little bit of water on it, put it on top of the bowl that you're warming it up in so it stays nice and moist. So I'll put this in here for 4 minutes, which might seem a little long, but I do put a lot of salsa on it, so it's not that bad. So I make bulk chicken, right? So this Monday I made a bunch of chicken. I'm recording this video on Thursday. And then I also do a lot of rice. Now, this is one thing I will agree upon if someone, says, what are you doing? I do a bunch of rice in this big old pot right here. And I use this signature Safeway. As you can tell, Safeway is my local grocery store. I use this signature Insta rice. Now, I should have I should have a rice maker. I don't. So I just make 12 cups of cooked rice like a lunatic. And that usually will last me about a week. And then the other thing I use for my chicken, and this is my white trash coming out, or not white trash, you decide. I use this Kraft Parmesan cheese. Now this is like the key. So I use this Kraft Parmesan cheese, and then I use this salsa, right? Also, by the way, I also already hit, I'm at 99% of my calories burned for the day. So it's funny, whenever, let me grab a little bit of, oh, there we go. We just completed all of our goals for the day. I'm all over the place right now. I worked out today. I did a chest, tricep, a little bit of shoulder day. It was a good workout. I did incline bench on the Smith machine, which I've been doing, which I like. I'm a big fan of the incline. It just feels better. I don't know. Objectively speaking, for me, it just feels better on my joints. I can also go to failure without worrying about hurting myself. I go to failure sometimes on like 135 on the incline bench, non-Smith machine, just incline bench, because I can like get up with 135 on my waist. Any more than that, I wouldn't do. But the chicken is seasoned with lemon pepper, salt, a little bit of ranch seasoning, and garlic. And then after it comes out of the microwave, it has 2 minutes left. I'll go ahead and put a little bit of ranch seasoning on it. Careful with this stuff; it can bloat you pretty aggressively because it has a lot of I think what's the chemical in it? Maltodextrin. It has a lot of maltodextrin, which will, to me, it bloats me. I don't know if it bloats you, but it definitely bloats me. Lemon pepper, if you've been watching long enough, I use this for everything. Salsa, Parmesan cheese. I'm going to use 25 grams of Parmesan cheese. The best way to do that is you just turn on your scale, pop this bad boy on there, pour it out, and instead of having a positive gram number, you're looking for a negative 50 or negative 25 after the cheese is in the chicken. Then you know that you have enough. And then, like I said, I'm going to have the same exact meal later in the day. This meal in of itself is 700 calories. When I hit all my goals for the day, I'm going to be at 262 grams of protein, 242 grams of carbs, and 107 grams of fat. As you can tell, I definitely do diet. I count my calories. My dog is so lazy. We just went on an hour-long walk, and she's out. I eat at a much higher fat level than I think a lot of people. A lot of people keep the carbs up for a long time. I don't. If I keep my carbs up too high, and I know this is a mental thing for me, I go, oh, I'm allowed to binge eat. Because when I binge eat, I eat a lot of carbs, right? When you binge, it's usually towards carbohydrates. It's very rare when someone says, oh, I just binge ate steak. Like, it doesn't really happen. Like, you usually binge eat carbohydrates. So because of that, to reduce the chance of me binge eating, I will cut down the carbs and increase the fat. Just, it works best for me. It may not work the best for you, but it works the best for me. I don't know. It helps me a lot. So then we can get our chicken. So in 4 minutes, go ahead and take the top off. This is what the chicken looks like, right? So I'll just get a fork, knife, and I'll go ahead and just kind of shred the chicken up while it's in the thing. You can buy like canned chicken if you want to. I don't always, I mean, if I'm at my parents' house, they usually have canned chicken or canned tuna, and I will. But I don't mind just kind of shredding it up like this. One tip you can also do is you can add a little bit of water to the chicken and the rice mixture if you need to. But also, by the way, you don't have to eat chicken and rice. I always diet and track food, and the way I eat is very I'm not driven by flavor, right? Now I will eat good food if the goal is to eat good food, but if the goal is to like maintain some healthy resemblance, there's my chicken and rice. Like I said, put a little bit of ranch seasoning in there. Add a little bit of that. The dog is begging for food. But normally I just eat for purpose, utility reasons. Especially now, I'm really just trying to, stay healthy. Especially when you go through like hard things in life. Get some salsa in here. I think it's very important to bring your attention back on the things you can't control. Because that's the thing, is you can control the way you look. Right? So if you're going through something that's difficult in life, I think it's very important to kind of focus on the things you can control. And one of those for me is my diet. So let me get 25 grams of, and hopefully you guys are enjoying these new mic'd up videos. They're really fun for me to do. I grew up on Parmesan cheese. Like, this is the best in my opinion. 27 grams. So that's good right there. Let me go ahead and mix this up before I show it to you. Creamy, good chicken rice. Now, because because a lot of it is pre-made, it does get worse as the week goes on, because it just the meat, the chicken and rice isn't as fresh. Now, can you do like food meal companies? Yeah, you could definitely do that. I'm There's a food meal company that is pretty close to like my bubble, my atmosphere, that I would love to work with. So you might see that in the future. So this is what it looks like at the end, right? And it's a hefty meal. I mean, the whole meal in itself it's a lot of food, right? 700 calories is a lot of food, a lot of calories. Not a lot of calories for me. I can eat 700 calories without even thinking about it, but it's a lot of calories for the normal person. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, sit down, finish up the Ice Coffee podcast, sit down for this. We have a trainers meeting today, which I'm really excited about. The place I work, we kind of been transitioning to more of not, I wouldn't say an online presence, but more of a 2023 presence to personal training, which I'm a big fan of, just because if you're not keeping up with the times, you're falling behind. I don't want to fall behind, I think it's important to keep up with everything. So we have a meeting just about like that kind of stuff. A little Parmesan cheese here. So that should be over around noon, and then it should be over around 2. Probably go get my burritos, just eat my burritos on 2:33. Got a few clients tonight, and I'll probably just read my book. I've been reading Water for Elephants. Probably read that for about an hour and a half. I should be done with it probably 2 days. And then I'm going to start Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You don't care. I love reading. Think about whatever. I'm not going to get into reading. No one cares. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and eat this before I starve to death, and then catch you guys with the burritos later. Alrighty, guys. So, it's currently watching the new Joe Rogan with the guy who did Yellowstone, which I've never seen. And my dog is going to probably rudely interrupt me this entire clip. Let me just get my hat real quick. Make it a little bit easier. Make it a little bit easier for everybody. So, it's currently 1:56. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock. Had my first meal, the chicken stuff, at like 11 o'clock. So we're having our second meal now. Nona's going to join us. So what I'm going to have, reflection in the mirror. What I'm going to have is Baja Fresh burritos. Here's one. And here's 2. Okay, so like forearm, for example. Okay, so 2 of them stacked is probably like the size of my forearm. Okay, so the decent sized burritos, I don't know exactly what's in them. Let me look them up real quick. Each one is, I think, 780 calories. 750, 790, 790 calories. Let me make sure my math is right. Yeah, 790 calories for each one. Each one is 52 grams of protein, 35, 70, 38 grams of fat, 52 grams of protein, and 63 grams of carbs. Okay, so they're pretty good in the macro world, right? So this is 104 grams of protein for the whole meal. It's 2 o'clock. And let me look up the ingredients real quick. Baja Fresh Baja Chicken Burrito. Because I don't know exactly what's in it. I always feel like there's like a cheese sauce in it. I could be wrong. So it's cheese. Yeah, okay. So there's cheese in it. There's guacamole, pico de gallo, and just with chicken, right? So it's pretty straightforward. It's nothing crazy. They have other ones there. They have a Mexican burrito, which has like a rice and a bean combo. They have a nacho burrito, which just looks like chaos. They have a Diablo burrito, and they actually have a new menu for they have like a hot chicken menu now, which I'm not going to a Mexican place to get hot chicken. I almost went to Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A has like a new they have like a new pico pineapple taco or something like that, which I almost decided to go there, but I did not. So we just had the burritos here. It's 2 o'clock. We had our meeting, went really well. Kind of talking about like goal setting, stuff like that, which I think is super important. It's funny because I keep right up there, right next to my water bottle, I keep a goal list. I've never shared it with anybody because it's very personal to me. A lot of it's financing, financial goals, because right now I'm at the point in my life where finances are super important. Right, I'm 27. Like, between 25 to 35, you kind of create the rest of your life. depending on how much money you saved, how much money you invested, what investments you made. Like it's a very important time in your life. Why? Look at her. She's just staring at me. Look at her. So much attitude in that dog. We go home on the weekends, and when I come back, man, she gets so sassy with me. She knows it too. But she can do whatever she wants to me. Like I love that dog to death. That dog has literally saved my life the past 2 months. She has saved my life, and I am so grateful for her. But burritos are so important. I mean, I love burritos, right? Because they have a tortilla wrapped around them. Now, the tortilla is an issue when it comes to calories because it can really be like a lot of calories. It's like 300 calories, but this is what it looks like. Let me just take a bite real quick to show you what the inside looks like. I didn't want to have the mic right next to my mouth as I chewed. Sometimes I have a little bit of salsa with it. I'm not going to do it this time. It already has like the pico in it. But this is the burrito, right? It's a good sized burrito. It's a good tortilla. It tastes delicious. Obviously, if I am looking to really cut a dramatic amount of weight, right? I'm in a deficit. 2,900 calories for me is a deficit. 3,700 calories, 35 to 38 is kind of usually my maintenance level. So 29 is pretty low. But if I'm looking to lose more weight at a quicker pace, just have one burrito, right? Or if I'm really looking to put on more weight or to not lose any weight, maybe have 2 burritos with a side of guacamole and chips and stuff like that. Like, whenever people are trying to lose weight or gain weight, it's a slight manipulation that makes the world of a difference. It's not that hard. Like, that's the issue. It's not that hard. I always tell my clients, like, there's a lot of money to be made in the world of nutrition. Therefore, any industry where there's a lot of money to be made, there is more BS in that industry. Like, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. The classic example is like water. Like, water in of itself is a resource that's been put here from a god or from Big Bang or whatever you believe in. Water is here. There's no different kinds of water. There's different water brands, right? Right. So there's so much money to be made in branding water that it's one of those things where you're like, maybe I should just drink regular water. Not to get into like fluoride and all the conspiracies and stuff like that, but like anything where there's a crap ton of money being made, red flags should go up. It's just that simple. So food's one of those things. Nutrition's one of those things, because the amount of times people say I do this, I do this, I do that, but no progress is being made. I know you're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're just following these marketing ploys. Whether it's I have lemon water, or I have cucumber water, or I fast, and I'm just saying, whether I do keto, whether I juice cleanse, whatever it is, like ultimately you lose weight if you eat under maintenance, and you gain weight if you eat over your maintenance. It's just that simple. That's why for me, whenever I eat, I'm gonna hurry up and finish this so I can eat my food because I'm very hungry, and I don't want it to get cold. I keep it as simple as possible. That way the building blocks are as easy as possible. Like, it's pretty straightforward, right? So with my chicken, my rice, and my burritos, if I want to eat more, I just eat 300 grams of carbs instead of 200. I eat 15 grams of ounces of chicken instead of, 10 ounces. I have 3 burritos, right? Burritos and guacamole. And I'm at 4,000 calories instead of 29. It's super simple. I think the hardest part is just tracking it and knowing where you are. It's kind of like knowing you have like an issue that you have to address, whether it's like a vice, like alcohol or something like that you have to address, you just don't want to. You got to open that curtain. You got to open the closet door and look in the closet. Food's kind of the same way, right? It's so much easier to say, I'm doing the right thing. I'm not seeing progress. It's not my fault, rather than tracking your food and be like, holy crap, I'm eating 3,000 calories up until 9 p.m. and then I black out from 9 p.m. to 10:30 and I just ate an extra 3,000. Now I'm at 8,000. It's pretty simple. It's just scary to do, and I understand because I've been there, and honestly, I was there for the last 2 months. We're going to be completely honest. Anyways, I always drink water with my meals too. It's always super important. I'm going to go ahead and listen to this podcast, The Creator of Yellowstone. Haven't seen it. I've been watching Breaking Bad lately, which is really good. And I've been reading Water for Elephants. I've already said that like 3 times. I'm going to go ahead and eat this burrito, and I'll catch you guys later around 8 o'clock. I think I'm going to go back to the gym later just to do arms. It's the only place I socialize. So I've been going to the gym lately just to like say hi to people. Like I'm at that point right now because I'm just inside all day long. And I'm transitioning between cities again. About to live in my 3rd city in the past year. 4th job. Jesus Christ, man. Life is chaos. My 5th job, literally my 5th job. Anyways, no one knows what's come over here and bother me. I'm gonna eat this. I'll catch you guys around 8 o'clock after I train my clients and I train arms. It's gonna be the chicken rice combination a little bit later. All right, I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna enjoy the burritos. Nona, say bye. You wanna say anything? She's got nothing to say. Alrighty, my beautiful friends, we are finishing up the day. It's currently 7:53. Like I said, my last meal is gonna be 8 o'clock. My last meal is also gonna be the same meal that I had this morning. So, kind of like what I was saying in the last clip, I make it as simple as possible. I don't make it complicated. To me, food should be easy. Usually the part where people struggle with food and overeating or undereating is not the actual food in of itself. It's the emotions and like trauma and like relationship that we have related to food. That's usually, I think I said that in this video, but that's the part that people struggle with the most. So I think it's very important if you're somebody who, is struggling with their weight, understand that that's okay, and understand that it's something deeper than just the actual food you're putting into your body. And I can say that from my personal experience because I overeat a lot when I feel alone, or I feel isolated, or I feel stressed, or I'm sad or depressed. I want to if I have an opportunity, like if I have an hour to 2 hours, if I have a 2-hour period from, oh my God, let's get Domino's, to ordering Domino's, to waiting for Domino's to get here, to eating the Domino's, until it's finished, from the time I get the idea until the time it's finished, that's 2 hours of the day I don't want to think about anything that's causing me stress, or any trauma that I have, or anything that's bothering me. I don't have to worry about it, right? Because I have food in my stomach, or I'm anticipating something. It's a distraction, the same way that people will consume alcohol. You do that to forget things. The same way that people will, consume drugs. It's the same exact thing, same concept. So it's very important that if you're gonna really start paying attention to what you're eating, you try to. I don't want to say go to therapy, but try to understand why you're doing the things that you're doing. I think it's very important, and that that's more than just food. Honestly, that's everything we do in life, right? It's very important to understand why we do, why we say what we say. It's very important too, especially when it comes to your health, because your health and the way you look and the way you feel and what you eat is a byproduct of what's going on up here in your mind. And so it's super important. But I got my 200 grams of rice. I have my 10 ounces of chicken. I have my salsa. Got my 25 grams of Parmesan cheese. It's currently 8 o'clock, 7:55 to be exact. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to call it a day. Hopefully you guys enjoy the full day of eating. I'm definitely going to do more of these in the future. They're fun to film. The only issue is they're pretty much the same thing every single day. So there's not really much different going on. But people enjoy them, so. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and eat this. I think I'm going to finish my book tonight. When I go home this weekend, I'm going to grab the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book series. I've never read it before, so I'm really excited to get my paws on that book and give it a go. I got to let Nona out. She has to get her zoomies out, so I'm going to go eat this and then go let her out. And then I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please share, like, and I'll see you guys later.